Hi, I'm Miss Jean. You know, not long ago, I signed up for some classes. I love learning and I love my professor and getting to know the other students. And then the day I dreaded arrived. It was test day. Now, I hadn't taken a test in years, and I was really nervous. But somehow I got through it. Taking tests can be more terrifying for some people than others. Like Madison, for example. But she thought that she had found a way to get through her test worries. But it didn't end up as planned. Let's take another mini adventure in Discovery Mountain and hear her story. Come on.
Thanks, Mr. Enderby. Good lunch today.
Hey, Madison, you dropped something.
Oh, thanks, reader. I don't want to lose that book. I have a test tomorrow.
Oh, well, I'm glad I was able to rescue it. It looks like a good book. In the Storm. Interesting title.
It's a great book. We're reading it for freshman Bible class. I've learned so much from it.
Oh, well, that's good, Madison. Jake teaches a good class, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's normally my favorite class.
Normally?
Well, except for the test tomorrow, you know.
I see, but you said you're enjoying the book. You should do just fine, Madison.
Maybe, but maybe not. I just get so anxious about tests.
I see. Do you do well on your assignments?
Yeah, my homework is always easy.
But you struggle with tests.
Yeah, I just sort of freeze.
Oh, there's the bell, Madison. Why don't you come back and talk to me this week? I may have some resources that can help you with this.
Okay, thanks, reader. I'll do that.
Caleb, stop running. Walk to class. Oh, boy. You better get to class too, Madison. Walk. Don't run.
Okay, reader. Thanks for finding my book for me.
Madison hurried off to class, and after school, she went straight home to study. She wanted to do well. After studying, she checked her phone for messages.
Oh, Kayla texted me. Hey, our book in the storm was made into a movie. That's so cool. Can you watch it online? Huh. And it's free? I think that's the perfect way to make sure I don't forget what I read. But first, popcorn.
Hey, Madison, wait up!
Oh, hey, Chaplain Jake.
Madison, before you go to Mrs. Torres' class, can I have a word?
Yeah, Jake, you may have a word. What's up?
Madison, I took a look at your test paper.
Oh, Jake, I don't want to know.
Madison, I'm just wondering, did you read the book?
Did I read the book? Yes, of course I read the book. I loved it. I recommended it to my aunt. Is my test really that bad?
Oh, sadly, it is.
What'd I mess up?
Well, you left 4 answers completely blank, and then you...
Yes?
Well, on 2 of the answers, you wrote down what happened in the movie.
Well, I watched the movie last night before bed.
Madison, I just have to ask, did you read the book or just watch the movie?
Jake, I'm not lying to you. I read the book.
Well, Madison, I've always known you, to be honest, but it's just that
Jake, ask me anything you want about the book.
Oh, really? Okay, well, I'll ask you the first question you got wrong.
Okay, fair enough. Ask away.
In the book, the main character...
Yes, Ogilvy?
Yeah, Mr. Ogilvy gets caught in the storm his second night out to sea. What happens next?
Well, in the book, the storm reminds Ogilvy of Jesus calming the storm when he was on the Sea of Galilee with his disciples. So he decides to pray. It's a turning point in his faith.
Yeah, but you didn't answer that way.
Oh no, I must have mixed it up with the movie. The movie wasn't accurate at all. They didn't tell the story of Ogilvy praying. Instead, they just told how he steered his ship safely in the waves and survived the storm.
Well, yeah, you wrote down the movie answer.
But I knew both, Jake. I just get so anxious during tests. Ask me another one.
Okay, later, when Ogilvy's daughter falls sick...
Oh, I remember this so well. In the book, Ogilvy sits at her bedside all night long so that his wife can rest. In the morning, his wife comes into their daughter's room. She finds Ogilvy asleep in the bed and the little girl playing.
Exactly. God answered Ogilvy's prayers, and the girl is well again. It's one of my favorite parts of the story.
Oh, me too. I cried my eyes out. But in the movie, they ruin it. They have Ogilvy pray all night, and the next morning the doctor comes and tells them she's well again.
Ugh, I know. It's just not the same.
Ugh, agreed. Jake, you see I read the book. But did I write down the movie answer for that one too?
You did, but clearly you read the book. I'm sorry I had to question you like this, Madison.
It's okay, Jake. I just have bad anxiety about tests.
I'm sorry to hear that. I have 2 thoughts on this. Do you want to hear them?
Sure.
First, I want to share a Bible verse that always helps me when I'm anxious.
Okay, what is it?
It's Psalm 56, verse 3. Whenever I'm afraid, I will trust in you.
I love that verse. Thanks. That's such a good reminder, Jake. I do trust in God.
And here's the other thought.
Yes?
Have you talked to your parents or Mr. Reader about this? This test anxiety you have?
Well, I talked to Reader about it yesterday for a few minutes. He says he might have some resources to help me.
Good. Talk to him and he can help you. Many times God helps us by sending us just the right people to help us find the answers we need.
Thanks, Jake. I'll need to talk to my parents after they see my grade on that test.
Madison, talk to Mr. Reader, and if he agrees, maybe we can have you retake the test.
Oh, thank you, Jake.
Oh, here comes Reader now. Talk to him.
Okay, I will, Jake. I promise.
Oh, hi, Madison. How did your test go today?
Well, to be honest, Reader, it didn't go well.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Madison. I made a few calls and I have some information for you that might help. Could you stop by my office this afternoon and we'll take a look at it?
Yeah, Reader, I will. Thank you for helping me. You're such an answer to my prayers.
Me? An answer to your prayers? Madison, you just made my day.
Madison's study help didn't work out the way that she expected it to, did it? Now, I'm glad that Madison talked to Reader and that she's going to get that help. Don't you be afraid to ask your parents or a teacher for help if you're struggling, whether it's with doing well on a test or with anything else. We can all use a little help once in a while. Well, I'm Miss Jean, and you've been listening to a mini adventure in Discovery Mountain, where the air is clear enough to hear your imagination, and where every day is an exercise in faith. Visit us at discoverymountain.com and connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.